Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Ashutosh.
Good afternoon, Nisag. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. I think I'm audible as well.
Okay.
So
Hi.
let's start with today's alumni talk. You were one of the alumni of DataMites, so have a quick introduction about yourself to the audience.
Okay. So, hi everyone. So, I was in the batch of 2018 initially when I moved to Bangalore in a hunt of a data related job. I just got placed in a non-IT firm actually, but being having a major in big data. So I thought like Bangalore is an IT hub, so it like I'll get a better opportunity there. So like what happened is like I got a job in Kudlu Gate. There's one office in AG called Aegis just behind DataMites. So one evening I was just walking by and I thought like this like broadly written Data Science Institute, DataMites, and it was like my dream job by that time because data science was in buzz, boom, higher salary packages and everything. So I just went inside and I met the receptionist and even the Ashok sir was there. So I had a very great conversation with him. He told me the like futuristic scope of data science, and I like without a hesitation I joined in because knowing the fact that data industry is going to boom and everything. So I just enrolled and started weekend classes. So like the data mice was life changing opportunity for me. I was working for like in a non-IT firm just behind DataMites, but just like by the luck or something, I thought like I should give it a try again. So that's how like I get in touch with DataMites and how I started my data journey from there.
All right, sounds actually very great. And yeah, it's correct. Back there in days, now also, now as the boom of Gen AI and AI is there, back there in
Yeah,
2015, we have like data science was booming. Ashutosh, I can see your LinkedIn profile. You are currently a data engineer.
yeah.
So how does that switch from data science to data engineer, from non-technical to data science to data engineer?
Uh, Being honest, it was a huge salary hike
Of
in the
course.
field of big data. So what happened is, initial 2 3 years, I worked as a data scientist in Bangalore itself. After this data mites, I got an opportunity. Ashok sir even like given me the opportunity to work as an intern in Rubik's by that period of time so that I can get confidence and work on real time projects. And by those real time projects and exposure, I was very much able to answer all the interview questions which were asked. It made my journey very easy. And Ashok sir was so helpful by that period of time. Even if I stuck in some sort of algorithm like linear regression logistic, I need to understand the maths behind it. Like whenever I have contacted him, he stood up and helped me like to understand each and everything. He even offered me some extra classes and post the course completion. I was pro in statistics to be sure when I gave the IABAC certification and IABAC exam. So my statistics were up to the mark and linear regression, the maths behind it. I took some extra classes and the project, the main thing where you get stuck being a fresher into the new technology is the project explanation what you need. So Ashok sir that I told you like even offered me an internship and where I worked with the team and got an opportunity to understand the end-to-end project cycle, which helped me a lot to crack job interviews, multiple job interviews. So I joined Tibble Solution there in Bangalore. So post I worked there as like 2 years on an average, 2 years in Tibble Solution. But that was a period of COVID, I guess. Like so, my parents got little panic and asked me to come back home. I moved back to Chandigarh, and where I also upskilled myself. I wanted to move into cloud because what happened is the cycle is like you get the data, all the data engineers do the ETL part, extracting, transforming, and loading. You get the data from data engineers. They know how to store big data. They know about the data warehousing concept and how the data is being stored in cloud. Cloud may be anything. Like I work in Azure right now. So I was very much inclined toward that technology also. So I thought like why not give it a try. So I learned about Azure, Azure data engineering, big data engineering. So in Azure, I learned about Azure Data Factory, PySpark, Databricks, data lake, and I made myself pro in SQL. Undoubtedly, I'm not the pro, but like I can rate myself 7 to 8 out of 10. So yeah, so I worked on my Python skills. I did some hacker rank question every day, 5 questions on of SQL and Python, which helped me a lot. And post completing the Azure curriculum and everything, and there was a huge, you can say, I was bombarded with calls for interviews. I just put that into my resume, like being having the data science skills and even the big data and cloud was cherry on the top. Like I was a multi-stack person by that period of time. So I was bombarded with calls and then got multiple offers also. Like every day my interviews were lined up. So I cracked EY interview by that period of time. Then Gemini was there, and I have some friends in WNS. So I thought like, why not join WNS Global? So like being asked from friends. So there's a like work-life balance was awesome. So that's how I got like converted to data engineering, and even the like you can very well understand. See, data science in in a particular project, you'll have 2 or 3 data scientists, right? But there can be 10 to 12 data engineers because handling big data is a biggest problem. Like how the data is coming to industry, how they are getting from stakeholders, how they are extracting from the source, may it be the website, may it be their ERP system, enterprise, SAP, anything. So it was a major challenge, and it is a continuous process. You need to get the data of every week, quarterly, or it is ongoing process. So the demand of data engineers were very high. Even today, the data engineers are particularly bit higher paid in some of the domains, because see, data science is something new to the small companies as well, right? You once developed a predictive model, then the data scientists are put on maintenance part basically, right? There are some companies who are focused on Gen AI development, but those are minimum numbers. Majorly biggest industry who have lot of data, like pharmaceutical brand are there, retail are there, e-commerce, like everyone, they have huge chunk of data. They want people to manage it.
Correct.
So looking at the trend, I came to know about Azure, and the even the packages were high. So that's how I switched to data engineering.
Correct. We have some question. Lavanya has asked which tools or skills is very important for a data engineer.
See, for data engineer, you need to know PySpark basically. And one of the cloud platform is very important. You can even I'll recommend Azure, because nowadays many of the industries are using Microsoft soft tools only, like Microsoft Teams, Outlook, and Microsoft Office. So Azure offers a package, something like that, which in market is very much growing, and the companies are adapting it, like accepting that packages. And the Azure growth, even you can Google it, is much higher than AWS. AWS was once a biggest player, but nowadays it's on a stagnant graph, right? Azure, like many companies, in thousands of the companies in India are getting registered in Azure, are working in Azure. Even I'll say like all the big fours are working in Azure, all the big four, right? So that's how, like, as you should know Azure, basically cloud fundamentals, how the data is being stored. Azure data lake is there. Then you should know Python and SQL basically. And then one ETL tool is Azure Data Factory, and then PySpark, which is Databricks. So these 4 5 things, if you are good at it, and it is not a big deal, you can do it in 2 to 3 months. If you have a good data understanding, practice 2-3 questions every day of Python and SQL. Data Lake is a week time soft tool. You can complete it in a week. And PySpark, Databricks, and Azure Data Factory takes 1 month each. That's it. And you are good to go.
Correct. We have another question. It is someone asking back there in 2018, how DataMites training help you in the interview?
So as I told you,
Exactly. We have got this answer initially by you.
I'll give a shot. See, they held me in statistics basically, which is most asked. You understand the data and how you work on the data, specifically, like is the data normally distributed, and if the data is normally distributed, which statistics you'll apply on it, and you have to do it with Python, right? So all those things Ashok sir helped me in understanding statistics basically, then linear, all the machine learning algorithms, NumPy, Panda, Python also, each and like with the fundamentals, basically data might help me to understand of data science. And it is an ocean. Actually, you cannot depend on institute to teach everything, being very honest.
Correct.
It is a ocean of knowledge. You should get basic fundamental. You should, the mentors can guide you to navigate your path, but you should practice. You should extend your knowledge by articles and references, like other, what use case, what case studies in particular domain, like in pharmacies, what data science is helping pharmaceutical industries. So you should know, you should be able to talk to interviewer in that way, that you know how it can be helpful, how I can put add on value, add on to this particular use case or domain.
Thank you so much. Again, the same, I think you have already answered what are the important things for a data engineer. He's asking, like you cracked WNS and EY, then how did you prepare for the interview?
Okay, so like basically what I did, like practicing Python and SQL on HackerRank, or all the Geek for Geeks, Lead Code, basically at least 3 to 4 to 5 questions of each every day. See, what happens is, even like being 7 to 8 years of experience, if you ask me data structure questions, at this point of time, I might not be able to answer it, but I know the logic and the fundamental. So you just need to know the data structure fundamental by the period of your interview. You should revise it back to back. You should solve it so that at least by the time of interview, you are well prepared, right? So just practice that. And for, as I told you, data lake is important. Data factory is a ETL tool which extract the data from a particular source, which can be anything like website, SAP, any enterprise, or SQL data warehouses, Oracle data warehouses, anything. It can extract the data, then you transform it. So in Azure Data Factory, you make a data pipeline, right? Where the transformation means you make the data usable, like you convert, because whenever you extract a data, it is a raw form. You don't know what data set, which columns, which rows are useful. So you talk to stakeholders on everyday basis or a weekly basis. Then you come to know, yes, this logic or this calculation need to be performed. We need to eliminate these columns and we need to keep it in a particular format, and then store it in your data warehouse, so that even like data scientist or a data analyst who are using data visualization tool can do further actions. So there's how Databricks is being used, and entire things are being structured into data factory, which is data pipeline. So these four things you need to understand.
Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for letting us know basically about what is exactly the interview process and what we should be
Yeah.
focusing on. I think we have a good amount of talk, and literally, thank you so much for taking up.
I
We
would
know that
like to add on
you're
something
busy, but
to
thank you.
I just few things I would like to add on something. Like one mistake which I did while I was fresher into this technology, I had put on multiple domain projects in my resume. Like I have worked on telecom also, I have worked on finance also, healthcare, which is a big red flag. So what nowadays people are doing, if I check resume of freshers or starters, I know they are capstone projects or see what, but you need to be specific with one domain, right? You cannot put finance project also, you cannot put healthcare also, so that interviewer get confused which domain you have worked on, basically, right? Like you are just a fresher. See, technology is going to be same. Even you work in finance or a healthcare problem, the technology which you are using, algorithm and everything is going to be same. So I would request everyone and guide you, like focus on one or two domains maximum and build projects into that. Don't just go for every domain. Be domain specific so that you understand the business perspective, use case studies, right? Read more and more articles when you are a fresher or a starting new career.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ashutosh. Team, do we have any questions? I don't think we have any questions. All right, then. Thank you so much, Ashutosh. And
Thank you so much. Thank
thank
you,
you so
Nazar.
much, team.